Hi guys, I hope all is well. Today's reading is going to be about Solange. This was a requested reading. I really like Solange. I think Solange is beautiful and talented, extremely talented. And I think Solange is a great witch. So we're going to go ahead and ask the first question here. This person, I don't want to say your name. However, this person wanted to know if she is working on new music. So let's go ahead and check this out. Solange working on new music. I think Solange is working on new music. However, it feels like to me that there's two issues that I'm seeing. She could be working on new music in secret, or right now music is not a priority for her. She's working and thinking about other things at this time. Okay, with this Two of Wands and Ten of Wands here. Yes, I do think she's working on new music. But I also see that she has other things going on in her life that may also be prosperous. I see her with this Temperance, pouring into the workload or the genre that pays, that she has the passion for. I see Solange being extremely gifted. If gifted at different things. And what I'm seeing here is that she's pouring into what she feels like she benefits from financially, spiritually, emotionally. This is why this Seven of Swords come up. I do see her working on music, but it could be in the background, or it could be shelved, or she could be slowly working on it. It's not a full priority right now because she has so many things going on. I don't follow Solange, but I like Solange a lot. I don't follow Solange, but I think highly of her. Okay, so the next question is, what is her relationship with her mother? What is Solange's relationship with Tina Knowles? What is Solange's relationship with Tina? First of all, I want to say that she loves her mother dearly. Okay, but I also do see sometimes they don't get along. And this is this Fool card reminds me of Solange. Solange does what the fuck she wants to do. She seems like a free spirit. She's a free spirit. You can't train her. You know, and I think this is the issue here. There could be a sometimey relationship. Sometimes we're off. Sometimes we're off, sometimes we're on. She loves her mother. I believe her mother gives her advice and nurturing, nourishment, spiritual nourishment, emotional nourishment. Her mother nurtures her. However, sometimes they may not get along all the time. Sometimes things look bad, but I feel like no matter what happens, it always comes back to love here. No matter what happens, you know, the relation always comes back together. But yeah, they may have a sometimes strenuous, sometimes good relationship here, especially with this Two of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. Okay? It's not good all the time. Which I understand when it comes to parental relationships. I guess I'm not a mother, but you know, I don't know. I don't know what a healthy relationship is supposed to be like with your mother. I don't know. I don't think I've seen one in real life, and I don't have a healthy one with my mother. So I don't know, guys. You tell me how is this supposed to go for real? Okay, so what is Solange's relationship with Mathew? What is Solange's relationship with Mathew? Mathew knows. I think Mathew is domineering and of course protective. However, he may be the type to want control, and I don't think that goes well with Solange's personality. Of course she loves, damn, these same cards keep coming out. Of course she loves her father, okay? Listen to what I'm saying. Of course she loves her father. However, he may offer advice. What I'm seeing with this Knight of Cups here, he may, out of goodwill, okay, because he loves her, he may offer advice. or attempt to say things or do things that may cross the line because of his controlling personality. And the type of person that Solange is, that's not gonna, those type of people, those free spirit people, they're resistant to authority, okay? Of course, like I am, and some of you are, because if you're watching a channel like this, I don't think you're like the rest of them, okay? You're probably not. I also see that this relationship may too be a little strenuous. Solange knows when to walk away from her father, create distance, between them. But I'm also feeling that she helps him, whether that is with money or whatever else. Whatever has happened in the past, I don't see that she holds that grudge. Now, she may feel a certain way about him, but she still loves him and helps him. Okay, let's move on. Let's ask about Beyonce. How is Solange's relationship with Beyonce? It's a sometimey relationship. First of all, creative relationship. They may do things or work behind the scenes on some things that we may not even work, some things that we are not even aware of. Some things that I believe that Solange doesn't even get credit for. Or Beyonce does things for her that she may not get credit for creatively. I do see that with this King of Wands. Also, I feel admiration between them. With this magician card, they respect one another for their skills. But with this this Nine of Swords here, things may not be as we believe it to be. From my past readings on them, I think they have like a strenuous relationship. Although it's not what they portray to the public, I think they have an off and on relationship also because of their different personalities. See, I'm gonna have to look more into this one. They're in a situation where they love one another. However, sometimes they just have to walk away from one another because the personalities and the differences between the personalities sometimes just becomes too much. Someone is either not self-aware or remains the same, will not change, and it creates conflict, because this is a characteristic that the person believes that they don't have to change, or it's a part of them, or it benefits them. However, whatever that is, it continuously creates conflict. Let's move on. Okay, so how does Solange feel about her career? How does Solange feel about her music career? And then I'll have one more question after that, and that'll be, how does Solange feel about Julez modeling? Okay, so how does Solange feel about her career at this time, her music career? You guys, what I'm getting before I even pull the card is Solange believes herself to be an authentic, multi-talented artist. And I feel like she also believes that she's more authentic and talented than Beyonce. Although she doesn't have the accolades, the fame, or the money, there's a sense that her authenticity, she feels like her authenticity and her talent, I'm feeling like it feels like an overall, for example, she can write, play instruments, sing, and she's had time to cultivate and nurture those talents in a way that Beyonce hasn't. That's her advantage, and that's what I'm getting before I pull the cards. Okay, how does she feel about her music career? Oop. Right, her creativity. She believes that her creativity is on an extremely high level. Ooh, they're just falling out. I'm also sensing there's some things that she's not willing to do. With this Four of Cups here, the Ten of Swords, the Four of Pentacles. There's something that she refuses to do for the money. It's a refusal, a high level no for status. Yes. She'd rather walk away from the game. Wow, this is really coming out. I thought that I was gonna, wow. I thought that, guys, I was gonna get more about her music career, but she's speaking more about the game, the music industry. I think Solange is at a point where she loves music, she loves creating music, but she doesn't like the industry. Look at these cards. Look at these cards here, y'all. Like, you have to be. I feel as if there's a sense of being fed up with the game. Fed up of being in the game. Number one, being compared to Beyonce. Okay, everyone's fed up with that who's associated with her. However, there's certain things that she's not willing to do. Some things that she'd rather be shelved. She'd rather walk away before she sacrifices herself or her soul or her beliefs for fame. Now, I don't remember the last time Solange released an album. 2016, 17, 18, maybe 19. I don't remember when the album came out, okay? But I'm feeling a sense of she's fed up with the music industry. She likes creating music, but she doesn't like the industry. Okay, so for the last question here, I'm going to ask about Julez. How does Solange feel about Julez modeling? Julez, little badass. Okay, how old is he now? Is he 21 now? He should be. How does she feel about Julez modeling? It's feeling like a bittersweet. You know, I'm not sure how Julez behaves. He may have, it seems like he has a strong personality also. He may be another Solange in the male form, okay? I feel like he goes against the advice that she gives him. He may be stubborn. He may be a person who thinks he knows it all. But here's the deal. She admires him being in that lifestyle. She admires the money that he's able to make and the opportunity, and that he likes modeling. However, she doesn't want him to get into the lifestyle of modeling. I'm feeling a sense that she's happy he has a career, but this wasn't the first thing that she had in mind. I'm feeling that she wanted him to live a life maybe outside of the spotlight, or something more normal, due to his personality, because he is the King of Swords, because he is the Emperor and stubborn. That being a model and working in the industry, working in that game, could expose him to certain situations that would not be the best for him. Things coming out about him. Him being with, you know, men or women, allegedly, okay? That's when I'm getting a little rainbow, okay? I'm getting a little, you know what I mean. There's a sense that she wants to protect him from his business coming out. If he was if Julez had a normal career out of the spotlight, it would be easier for her to manage and him to manage. But since he's in the public eye, in the spotlight, certain things may come out about him that she can't necessarily control. She can't necessarily stop people from saying things about him, doing things, attempting to set him up, attack, things like that. You know how it is being a person of influence or with money and with spotlight. It comes with great responsibility, and she's not sure if he's ready for that responsibility right now. Okay. However, she is proud of him as a mother. That's what I'm getting, guys. Okay. So those were all the questions that I had. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.